Hello, this is Randy for Morganlights.com. Today I'll be demonstrating the setup and configuration of the AlphaPix4 controller. These steps would also work with the AlphaPix16, but I'll be using the 4 as this is the one I'm using for my leaping arches. I already have things set up. I have my network line coming in. This is channel 4 off the controller going to one of my leaping arches, and then I have the power cable as well coming in. As you can see here, we have a set of buttons that we'll be using during this configuration. This is the M, the S, the plus, the minus, and the OK. And I'll demonstrate how we use those buttons to actually set the IP address for this controller. By pressing and holding the M button once we're powered up, it will allow us to get into the setup, and then I can press it again to get into the system setup. Once I am in the system setup, I can press S to actually get into the configuration. This allows me to use DHCP if I wanted to. I'm not using DHCP, I'm using static. So I'll press S again. That will allow me to actually enter the static IP. Here I have the IP already set, but if I needed to change that, I can use the plus and the minus buttons to configure it, and then I press the OK to move to the next octet. And again, plus and minus allows you to change those numbers as you scroll. And then OK will allow you to loop through those. Once you're done, you can press S to advance again. That allows you to set the subnet mask. I have everything on the same subnet, so I'll use 255, 255, 255.0 in my case, which simply means that this device will be able to communicate with any other device that's on the 192.168.1 subnet. So any number from 0 to 255 it would be able to see on that same subnet. I'm using 2811 protocol. I'm using RGB as the sequence for the lights that I'm using, and then several other configurations that you can go through. I'm just leaving everything at the default. Once you get back to DHCP No, if you press the OK button, it will actually go ahead, save that configuration, and reboot the controller so that IP is now in place. We can now gain access to this controller from a web browser, and that's the way I'll finish the setup of this configuration.